Oh, my heart breaks. Oh, my heart breaks. You got it.
I said that's so nice.
It's the running of the pigs. Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name's Mark, and it is probably the last beautiful day of 2019. So we had a bad snowstorm a couple weeks ago. All that snow's gone. It is now 10 degrees above zero. But it looks like from here on out, all of the lows will be below the freezing and most of the highs as well. So I just came out here by the pond and I've got all the animals here coming over to see what is going on, right, Tinker? I think they wanted to go in there, but I'm gonna leave that as is. There's plenty to eat out here, guys. You always think about going where the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. So it seems like that saying is apparently true. Just like a cat. The cat always wants to go in that room that the door is always closed on because you're trying to keep the cat out of there. So the pond. The ducks are enjoying the pond here. This pond will freeze over during the winter. We don't keep the pump running. The windmill aerates the pond through, there's a line through the water there, and then there's an air stone that is down below. Now the waterfall in the upper pond, that pump that recirculates the water from just on the other side of that windmill, pumps up here and then of course runs down into the waterfall here. You can see there's leaves and debris, some pumpkin pieces in there. It is a little windy today. We will be disconnecting that. I'll probably do that either today or tomorrow. The windmill, here is the line here. So there's a compressor that is housed in that unit right there. And what we do is we just basically disconnect this line because what can happen is when it's not pumping, there can be water that seeps back up into the line. If it freezes and then this guy continues to turn, it can blow the seals in there because it can't blow through any longer. So with this type of windmill, there is an attachment that you can get on the side. You put alcohol in it, isopropyl alcohol. And it pumps through and it keeps the line clear. But we don't need to aerate it during the winter months, so we just simply disconnect it right there. Now, something that I've had questions on over the last few videos is the area just over here that is very mucky. So suggestions on putting sand in there and putting sawdust and doing all kinds of different things. Basically, the reason why it's so muddy is because we had, as I mentioned, a huge snowstorm, a record-breaking snowstorm, which brought water levels to a record high here in southern Manitoba. So we actually have a floodway that goes around the city of Winnipeg and diverts water. I was amazed a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago, when I drove by there and that floodway was right filled up. So they had to open the gates and they're actually sandbagging in the city. So this muddy situation is very rare. It doesn't happen very often. It's starting to dry out. And another reason why it's muddy is because we had this pond done last year. So it was lined. The pond was here, but you can see that there is a poly liner that goes in. Just because the last few years we have had a drought situation with very little water. So we're now getting the water come back. And we're also getting grass come back. So slowly but surely, this is a higher traffic area. We are starting to get some grass, right boys? And if you look over on the other side of the pond, not sure how well you can make it out, well, those sandbags there are starting to fall apart. We are waiting for that grass. You can see the grass just beyond it starting to grow in, starting to get green. So the roots for that are going to hold in that soil at the top. And then we're going to play around with that by probably adding some more stone to the edge, very similar to here. So we'll get some more river wash rock brought in and put in there probably next year and get that all done up. So it's going to take some time to do. This area is starting to dry out. Hi, Shadow. How you doing, girl? Enjoying the nice weather? Yeah, so it's a little mucky. It is starting to dry out, which is good. As soon as it freezes next week, this is all going to go hard and it's not going to be a concern. The pigs really love it. Here's one in question. Piper. Hi, Piper. How you doing, girl? We have a Canada goose that showed up here with a broken wing. So we'll find out what he or she is gonna do. Are you just gonna hang out with the other geese, are you? Yeah. Oh well. Well, you can hang out here, not a problem. And then we have Petey over here. So speaking of pigs, so these pigs have been with us for a couple years now. And then inside the barn we have Princess Piggy that came in a couple weeks ago. So she was going around to different foster homes, so nobody really wanted her. She wasn't being fed very well, being fed bread and watermelon rinds and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that they have a good balanced diet. Now some of that feeding may have been causing some of the stress. Being in a house and not being allowed to be a pig may have been another reason. Last week we had seven pigs, pot-bellied pigs, come in. So 2 of them are females and 5 of them are males. I believe they're all siblings. And they came from a farm just south of us here. It's a farm, a petting farm that has been around for quite a few years. And the lady that owned the farm became ill and of course hospitalized. So volunteers and the provincial vet all kind of got together and are figuring out where these animals can go. So of course we put our name in the pot and said, you know, if you need any help, please let us know. And so we had the 5 come in, 5 and 2, 5 boys, which went in yesterday to get fixed. So they're all in recovery mode, and it turns out the 2 females are pregnant. So we're not sure how far along, but it looks like we could have some little piglets, which is going to add probably another 15 to 20 pigs, if not a few more, into that mix. And here are the boys. How you boys doing? You feeling any better? Looks like you're feeling pretty good. So there's the 5 boys. And then of course we have Princess Piggy here. She is in this back pen. And here are the girls. Hi, girls. Let's cut this up. Here, look. Yeah, it's apple. Apple. Oh, there you go. Okay. A way to a pig's heart is through the stomach. You want, no, well, hang on a second. You want one? You're gonna eat another one. Okay. What about your sister? Gotta give your sister one. Here. Here. You're just gonna eat them all. There we go. Now we got one. Okay. We have a limited supply left. I only brought 1 apple here. Yeah. So now I'm your friend. Here. You gonna have another one? You're the shy one, aren't you? Here. So, getting in here with the pigs and letting them know they haven't been handled a whole lot. So letting them know that not my leg. Letting them know that we're their friends and we're not gonna cause them any harm. That's it. That's all I have. Yeah, just juice, just apple juice. Gives them that sense of comfort, so that they know. So you of course want to be gentle. You want to be slow movements. We have children that come and visit from time to time, and they can have fast hand movements, which scares the animals away. Yes. Hi. Yes. Now, I should be able to do a belly rub. Not my knee, that's not an apple. And not my shoe either. Okay, let's see if we can do some belly rubs. Can we do a belly rub? Can we do a belly rub? Here. There we go. There we go. Pig down. Pig down. Good girl. There you go. That just takes a minute usually. Okay, so these pigs, we have put some posts out and have found some good homes for some of them. We're going to continue to do that. Tara, watches Facebook and takes a look. Oh, did your sister bug you? Takes a look at their place. Google Earth works really well for that, to find out what kind of place that these animals will be going. We like to get pictures to see where they will be living, to make sure they are taken care of properly, make sure they have the right diet as well. Now, we do rehome and adopt out our animals, which some people don't care for. They say, well, why are you sending out the animals? Why don't you keep them all here? Well, it's government. So our municipality doesn't allow, don't go underneath the tripod, doesn't allow, you're only allowed a certain number of animals. So of course us to maximize, they're going over there, to maximize the rescues that we can do, we of course need to make sure we don't have a surplus of animals. So we do have 10 acres here. You can look out in the back on any given time and not see any animals. So it's not like we're overcrowded, but of course there's regulations set in place that need to be maintained. So we can't just keep all of the animals. So we do need to find them homes, and we do need to find them good homes. Hey girls, I guess we'll go see the boys. Hey? Yeah, we'll go and see the boys now. So we're not sure when they are due, but you can see there is a pudgy little tummy there, both of them, that one especially. So it could be any time, really. Okay, boys, are you guys gonna scatter? Here, I'll just sit on the edge here. Okay. So you're feeling better, are you? So there was, I was of course at work when they went in. This one here likes the one with the white. The only one that I could get to eat apples the other day. So we'll see if we can get some of the other ones. No, yeah, you just love it, don't you? So I was working when the girls took the pigs in to get fixed. Okay, here. So I wasn't able to film anything. So apparently they, when they got there, they had loaded them all in the back of the truck, and the vet that was on call in there, he mentioned, well, how are we going to get them in? So Tara was like, well, no problem, we got this. So of course she bear hugged them, picked them up out, and took them in. The first 3 didn't squeal. But then I believe it was this little runt back here, was a little squealer. So once that got going, I guess the other ones felt, well, it's time to squeal. And but they all got in, they were all fine. On picking them up, I think one of them had kind of escaped the kennel at the vet. So there was a little bit of action there happening. Come here, guys. Here, look. Come over on camera, guys. We can't see you. People want to see you. Okay, I'll just turn the camera. Oh, boy. There we go. Okay, let's do some apples. Yes, apple. Apple. Look, smell. Here. Throw it over there then. I guess it's asking too much, isn't it? Here, now that you've got a taste. It's right in my hand. Well, I know you want to eat it. Here, look. 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 Okay, well. Okay, now we got 2 on board. Here. Whoa. You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick. There you go. Good job. See? Friend. Friend. So they're pretty young. They are, I think they were born in January, I believe. So they're only like 10 months old. Yeah, what do you want one? What are you doing? Playing the conga line? Hey? Doing the locomotion? No, you're just... What about your brothers? You're just a little piggy, aren't you? Here. Okay, there you go. One. Here, one for you. Here, well, one for you. There we go. Everybody's got to have some. We share. Except for you. I only have 3 left. Did you get one? Here. All right. Okay, well, at least everybody's got one. So some of them have found homes, and I'm not sure how many of them. I think about half of them we have homes found for them. Even Princess Piggy down in the other end, which maybe I'll go down and check on her. Okay, who's getting the last one? Who's getting the last one? Who's getting the last one? Okay. I guess you're getting the last one. That's it. We're all done. So this one seems to be, you know, the most friendly, non-anxious. Oh, what's in the bowl? Hey? I don't know if we can pet you too much though. You need a little bit more work. All right, well, I'll leave you guys to it. We have Princess Piggy. We don't have to worry about you, do we? No, here. And an apple? Oh, good girl. So you can probably see that she is overweight. And primarily that's due to an unhealthy diet. So apples are a nice, healthy diet. What some people will do is they'll feed leftovers, and bread is a big thing. You should never feed bread to really any animals. It's just, there's no nourishment in it, and they just get overweight. It's a cheap feed, and some people, we actually had years ago, there was a guy that drove a bread delivery truck. And of course he had all kinds of bread that was going stale, and he would use that to feed his animals, which is very unhealthy. Now you can give, you know, it's grains. You can give some, but very little. It's all about balance and rationing. You don't want to just feed them full of bread, right? Was that tasty? Was that tasty? Yes. So, yeah, so and that's something that we do when we send these guys out, is we make sure that the people who have the pigs know how to take care of them. And do your research. So if you're looking to get a pig, this is a micro pig, a nano pig, under 150 pounds when fully grown. Now there are smaller versions. There are mini micro pigs that are smaller than that, but still you want to make sure that they are getting their exercise and they're getting a good balanced meal. You've got coconut oil all over you, so Tara must have put some coconut oil on here just because of some dryness in the skin. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just get into position. There we go. Yep. That's the way you do it, right? So you can see how comfortable she is. She was pretty stressed when she first came in. Being 18 months old and going around to, I think she was in 3 or 4 foster homes, some of them for a fairly short amount of time. and she was just getting stressed, and she was getting into things, and the owners, it was causing the owners stress, or the foster parents stress. So you want to make sure that they have an area that they can, like she loves. She's got her little zebra blanket here that she just loves. And just let them be pigs. Don't try to let them be one of your children. Right? Yes, because you are a very happy pig now. And this is something we look for when we work with animals. We want to make sure that, you know, they come in, you can see from the boys and even the girls over there, they're not super friendly. They need a little bit of therapy. So we want to make sure that you know, they're getting that hands-on, and it's a little bit of a challenge. I look at it as a challenge too. It's like, oh, you don't like me? Well, we're going to change that. I'm going to get in there and make friends. And you know, it's just that interaction that they just love, right? Everybody loves some interaction. Especially belly rubs. During the winter, we've got Petey and Piper that's outside, and they're burrow into a bunch of hay or straw, and that's pretty much where they are. They reside in there in their nest, and don't come out very often. But they quite enjoy that, and of course the goats will sleep in and around and sometimes on top of them just to get some heat from there. A little symbiotic relationship. Hey? But she is inside here just because she has been an inside pig. She hasn't been exposed to the outside as it's been getting colder moving into the fall. And that's what you want to watch for a lot of animals. You don't want to take an animal that was raised in the house, that has lived in the house, and then put them outside in November, October, November in southern Manitoba or in any climate that can get chilly. Their bodies just haven't gotten to that point yet where, for example, a goat or a horse, what will happen is they'll naturally start growing in their fur, getting their winter coat, just like a dog would. And if they're inside, they're not growing that extra fluff or winter coat fur. And then, of course, if you just kind of throw them outside, they get that shell shock, they get pneumonia, and they can pass away. So she is now an inside pig inside the barn here, which doesn't get below zero throughout the winter. So in one of the last videos, there was a comment that was made. I was really unsure as to why the comment was made, and it was about the cleanliness of our pen, of our bird pen. So this was the pen in question. Now, you know, it doesn't look that dirty. There's a lot of feathers just due to their molting, but I think I even said in the comment that you know, it's clean enough for me to lie on. Just like this. So this down here is actually it's called healthy straw. So it goes across the ground here and just absorbs anything. There's, you know, some feathers in here, but you know, no, it seems pretty nice. Even, you know, you brush it off. I don't have any kind of poop on me, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to prove a point. But it is clean in here, and it actually doesn't have a smell. So a lot of people come by and they say, wow. They come in here and they say, this is a barn, but it actually doesn't even smell like a barn. What do you guys do? And it's just this healthy straw absorbs material very well. We have an exhaust ventilation fan that we run continuously, moving the air through the building. And that's pretty much it. So air circulation is key. You want to get air movement in your barn, and it just gets rid of that smell, bring in some fresh air. So how are you guys doing? These are the guinea keats. Moving over to the other pens, same type of material. So we have healthy straw that's down here. And it is, oh, there's Fernando. So I asked Tara, how come Fernando's in with the girls, in with the ladies here? Apparently his poop is a problem. So of course we had him in this area here where there is no straw that's down on the ground, and you get all these poopy chunks in there. So having the healthy straw down here absorbs all the moisture from the poop and dries it out. Hey bud, how you doing? Yeah? Are you impressing the girls? Are ya? You're working on, you're the manager? Egg production's up. I think you're doing a pretty good job, bud. Oh, he's eyeing that. He was eyeing that hen. All right. Well, I'll leave you to your managerial. Oh, yeah. You got to make sure you keep the girls in line. Oh, Fernando, you're funny. Okay. So here's that straw here. Actually, this is a different name brand. It used to be called Healthy Straw. But this is called Farm Straw. So, not a sponsored video, but Farm Straw or farm-straw.com. So there you go. So it is clean, consistent, and convenient. So compressed 3 cubic feet, 85 liters. I'm not sure. Product. Oh, there it is. There, product of Healthy Straw. They just changed their packaging. It looks like. And you get into this, and so here it is. It's just shredded up straw, and that's it. And you just spread that across the ground, and it absorbs very well. During the winter months, we just put layers on top of it, layers upon layers on top. So this is a product of Canada. I don't know if you can buy it in the U.S. or there's obviously probably a U.S. Type material as well. But anyway, check out their website. Maybe they have distributors. How are the boys doing? Billy, you got a little something on your nose there. Billy, Carl, Levi. Oh, the boys. I call this the boys' pen, but it's no longer just the boys. So we have Esme and Chinook that joined us. Our 2 little mini donkeys. Hey, bud. Somebody asked, is that donkey pregnant? No, just a little chunky. That's a boy, Chinook. Esme's over there in the bush. Usually they're not too far apart from each other. Oh, here, she's kind of coming over. Yeah. I guess food is his top priority instead of friendship. Is that it? You just leave your girl behind? Here she comes. She's coming over. So yeah, they are doing fantastic. Doing very well. So they just had their hoofs done before they came, so they're not due for a little while. We've had the farrier a week after they arrived to do everybody else. So they'll get on schedule for the next visit. Sheldon, what are you doing, buddy? Hey, are you foraging? Are you foraging? Oh, yep, there you go, picking up the leaves, doing the spring work. They don't eat all the leaves. They've got to have a certain smell to them. They don't like them when they've been sitting on the ground too long. Prefer fresh ones. Hey, bud. There you go. That's a good one. Yep, you keep it up. Keep up the work. The snow's coming. It's inevitable. It's supposed to get cold, but we're not supposed to get really any precipitation for the next little bit. Maybe a small amount here and there. So nothing big in the forecast, which is good. So Daisy, how you doing, girl? Hi. Yeah. So she, if you noticed in the last video, Tara didn't, she wasn't out here when I was walking behind Marlene with the wagon. And Daisy jumped and bounced around. And when Tara saw that, she actually brought some tears to her eyes. So she is doing fantastic. Where's, oh, here they are. They're blending right in. You guys are chewing your cud. Hey, George. You chewing your cud, buddy? So George will go in because he's it's his first year. So We want to make sure that he goes in and he's nice and warm. And Moira. I'm not sure if Moira's going in or not. You know, she's an older sheep, but she is a mini sheep. So she's relatively the same size as George. Well, it's now snowing again. So I think this snow is probably going to stay. Usually this time of year when we get snow, it is staying, and the forecast says we are going to remain below zero. Something that happened this past summer was we had visitors that came in visiting friends or family in the city of Winnipeg, and they came out and visited our farm. They contacted us and mentioned that they would like to name one of their beers. They own a microbrewery in Switzerland after one of our animals. So Fernando now has a beer named after him. So if you're in Switzerland, take a look for it. So it should be on shelves within the next couple months, I would imagine. They just finished doing up the labels. So anyway, that is it for yet another video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I encourage you to smash that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and do everything all us YouTubers tell you to do. And we will see you in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.